Hello friends, Tony here, welcome back. In this video you will learn about the TypeScript intersection types to create a new type by combining multiple existing types. So an intersection type creates a new type by combining multiple existing types, and the new type has all the features of the existing types. Now to combine types we use the AND operator, and let's declare here, let's create two interfaces. I'm going to say interface, and for example I'm going to name it a student, and here I'm going to add the student ID, which is going to be a number, and also the student name, which is going to be a string. And then I'm going to create a new interface, teacher, and here we have the teacher ID and the teacher name. We have worked with interfaces, so here we have interfaces, create an interface, and then we extend a new interface here, and we add only this one. With the intersection type now, if I create a new intersection type, let's say type, and I'm going to name it intersection type, which is going to be equal with a student and teacher. Okay, so with the union type, when we declare the union type, we use the OR operator. Here we use AND, which means with union type, the union type is going to be either number or string. The intersection is going to be student and teacher, so it's going to have the student and teacher types, which means it's going to have the student ID, student name, teacher ID, and teacher name. Okay, so I'm going to declare a variable here, and I'm going to name it class room. And this classroom is going to be an intersection type, and here we have auto suggestion. So here we need the student ID because, and let me just be like this, and I'm going to close also this one. So the interface student has the student ID and student name, and here we need to add them, student ID and student name, and also teacher has the teacher ID and teacher name, and we added here teacher ID and teacher name because the intersection type is student and teacher. Okay, now if I remove one, of course we're going to have the error. So type student name string teacher ID name number and teacher name string is not assignable to type intersection type. So property student ID is missing in type student name string teacher ID number and teacher name string, but required in type student. So it's required in here. So we need also to add in our intersection type. And now, for example, let me console log here, so we can get the student ID or student name from this classroom. We can say, let's say just log and classroom student, and here we say classroom, and we use dot, and for example student name. And let me copy and paste this. Now classroom, I'm going to say teacher, and say teacher name. Now if I save, and let's open the browser, and we have classroom student is John and classroom teacher is John. But if I change, for example, the name of the student, so I'm going to say Tony, and this is a student, I'm going to say just student, and this, for example, I'm going to name it Elon Musk. And let's save. Now come here, classroom student is Tony student and classroom teacher is Elon Musk. Okay, let's create another example, and here I'm going to create an interface, and I'm going to name it partner. Okay, and here I'm going to add the name, just say name here, which is going to be a string, and for example, a credit, which is going to be a number. And then I'm going to create another interface, and I'm going to name it identity. And here I'm going to add the ID, which is going to be number, and the name, which is going to be a string. Okay, and another one, I'm going to create a new interface, and this is going to be a contact interface. So here we are going to have the contact, for example, the email, and I'm going to remove this cell phone. I'm going to remove the name because we have the name here, cell phone, email, and the address. I'm going to save. And now let's declare the type. So I'm going to say type, for example, employee, and this is going to be identity and contact type. So it's going to have the ID, name, phone, email, and the address. And also I'm going to create a new type, and this one I'm going to name it customer, which is going to be equal with partner and contact. Okay, so now the customer is going to have the credit and the name, and also the phone, email, and the address. Okay, so the employee type contains all properties of the identity and the contact type. So let's say let employee, which is going to be employee type, and here we have the suggestion. We have the ID because the identity has the ID type here, and also the name. And for example, I'm going to say here employee 1. Then we have a phone, email, and the address. Okay, now let's declare a new variable, and I'm going to say this customer, which is going to be a type of customer. And here we have credit name, because this is a customer. We need to know the credits, a name, the phone, email, and the address. Okay, with the employee we need the ID, name, and the contact, phone, email, and the address. For customer we need to know the credits, name, phone, email, and the address. Now if we open the interfaces, we know for the interface we can use the extend. So interface, the name of the interface, and it's going to extend this interface. So it's going to have all of those types and also this one. But with intersection type, we create an intersection here, a type intersection, and we assign that with 1, 2, or more types we have here. Okay, friends, that's it how we can define a intersection type, and we need to put all the types the student and teacher has on this intersection type. Otherwise it's going to have the error. Now let me go to types here and create a new file and name it intersection.ts, and we need to go here, select all, cut, let's say this, and let's go to intersection, paste, save, and let's close all of them. And now we are okay. That's it all about this video. I hope you enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much.